As your pastor, I'm regularly blessed to hear how the Basilica has changed people's lives. Because it's only with your efforts that this is possible, permit me for a brief moment to share a few stories of how this is possible, with the hope that perhaps we can add more in the future. Thank you, and God bless you.
My name is Arthur O'Hagan Brannon, and I've been a member of Sacred Heart Church since 1955. Our family was a poor family. We lived in public housing, had no car, no telephone, but Sacred Heart Church kind of took us under its wings, and my brother and I graduated from Sacred Heart School and went on to become college graduates, and we're now at the stage of our lives that we are able to give back to Sacred Heart Church. But it's a very special place. You'll know it as soon as you walk in the doors. As Mother Teresa said when she visited here in 1995, in this place you are close to God. You sit in your pew and you look around, you see people who are just good, everyday people who want to be here, and very diverse congregation, from poor people to wealthy people, and you can see your family's history kind of being remade by other families in the parish, and it just makes you feel close to your roots. I love Sacred Heart. I'll try to do anything I can for Sacred Heart.
My name is Muffet Adams Puckett. I work here at Sacred Heart as the administrative assistant, but more importantly, I'm a parishioner here at Sacred Heart. I'm here in front of the baptismal font where I was baptized. I went to Sacred Heart School up through the 8th grade when there were 2 schools and convent and a huge rectory and free parking. My family moved away from Sacred Heart from the time I was in my early teens. Every time I would come back to Sacred Heart to visit, I would walk in the door and immediately would be enveloped in peace and love and belonging in this parish. About 10 years ago, I decided I was going to come back and be a real member of the parish again, and I rejoined. I volunteered to do some work with the faith formation. When the administrative assistant's job became available, I was recommended and began working here.
My name is Jim Goodwin. I actually started coming to Sacred Heart back when I was in college at Emory back in the late 70s. I came back after 9/11 and found the parish to be a very welcoming place. I felt very much at home here. It had the feel of what I sensed a Catholic church to be. I could feel the tradition here. I could feel the sense of the communion of saints. Being able to reach back to a faith community that had been in this place for over 100 years. And it means a lot to me to be a part of that tradition and able to continue to help carry that forward. I love the church. It's inspired me to actually become more involved in the various ministries, both the outreach ministries, such as the AIDS ministry, as well as participating in many of the liturgical ministries. Being a lector, being a part of the sacristan's ministry, I've really felt blessed by being a member of this parish.
My name is Lauren Morton. I have been a parishioner at Sacred Heart for 2 years. Came back to the Atlanta area in 2014. I was looking for a church to join, and the minute I walked into the building, I knew this was home. The community and history and richness of the church and the community that exists within the walls of this church means so much more and have provided so much opportunities for me and for me to strengthen my faith. In the time that I've been here in the past 2 years, had some opportunity to become closer in my faith and become stronger in my faith through several ministries and outreach ministries that we have here. Started working with our teens, and it's been so beautiful to see the questioning, the strengthening of their faith, the understanding of how to be better citizens of our parish community, better citizens of the Atlanta community, and better citizens of our world. And as they continue to grow, it is an honor and a privilege, and I am so humbled to be a part of that and with them.
Hi, I'm Ryan Coleman.
And I'm Adrian. I'm Ryan's wife.
So I originally found Sacred Heart in 2011 when I relocated to Atlanta to be closer to work and school. I was really drawn to Sacred Heart's Sunday evening Mass. They have a beautiful contemporary band that plays every week.
After I graduated, I was looking for a parish where I could plant my roots and grow into. And so I came to Sacred Heart to attend a Mass and was very struck by the beauty of the inside of the church.
We bumped into each other after Mass one Sunday evening and then started attending that Mass together each week, and it eventually became a regular part of our relationship.
And since then, we were married here in the church with Deacon Mike Balfour and Father Tyne, and we're expecting our first child in a few weeks, and we're looking forward to baptizing the baby here and growing our family with the sacraments.
We found Sacred Heart to be a place that we could really grow into, both in our faith and our relationship, and also with the community. Adrian's joined the Daughters of Isabella group, and I've joined the Parish Finance Council. We've been able to work together on some projects with the Habitat for Humanity and also for the Parish Legacy Committee. Sacred Heart's become a really important place in both of our lives and our relationship.
My name is Alfredo Santillan. I came here to the Basilica of Sacred Heart in 1996. I like it a lot. Tengo una familia hermosa, somos 5 en total. Tengo 2 hijas y un hijo. Mi esposa es Rosa Maria Hernandez, mi hija Rosa Melina Santillan-Hernandez, mi hijo Kevin Alfredo y mi hija Kendra Damaris. Cuando nosotros vinimos aquí la primera vez, en el 96, buscábamos encontrar el calor humano que hay en la iglesia, porque todas las personas necesitamos de Dios. Entonces llegamos aquí y no nos hemos ido porque aquí lo encontramos. Nosotros, mi esposa y yo, estuvimos participando de catequistas hace 5 años. Hoy estoy trabajando de seguridad aquí mismo en la iglesia y en mantenimiento, y me gustaría algún día llegar a ser diácono. Voy a poner todo mi esfuerzo porque así sea.
I'm Patricia Robinson, and I am the wife of Jerry and the mother of Alex and Jacob. We came to this church in June of 2008. We had moved to College Park, and we were looking for a parish. We arrived on what we came to find out was Ministry Sunday. So we immediately jumped right in, and I think that was the best thing to do, because the whole community welcomed us, encouraged us to participate. There were people from many walks of life, and that is the charm of this particular parish. We think that there is someone from every walk of life here, and we felt it was important for our children to participate and worship in that environment. It has been the best decision we have ever made. We come here now because we know so many people. They've been very supportive of my family, encouraging my husband, who's very ill right now. I wouldn't worship anywhere else.
I'm Terry McKittrick. This is my husband, Ron. We moved to Midtown in 2000 and started coming to Sacred Heart mainly because it was close. But we stay here because of the people, because it's family now. My husband wasn't Catholic when we got married, and while he'd go to Mass with me, he never found a church that really spoke to him until we got to Sacred Heart. We really found a home here, and the family really came together for us this past year when I was diagnosed with cancer. The love and support, the prayers, the outpouring from the parishioners here, our friends, the staff, the deacons and priests, it was just overwhelming.
Terry was a cradle Catholic, and I had a Protestant upbringing and went to many different churches and really never felt settled in until we came to Sacred Heart. Sacred Heart gave me particularly a feeling of home. I started the RCI program here. This is the Rite of Catholic Initiation of Adults, and was able to go through that and become Catholic. I was asked at that point to come help out with the RCI program, and that has been very meaningful to me. With that, I felt like I've grown in my religion tremendously and have continued to help out at Sacred Heart.
My name is Peggy Blue. I've been a parishioner here at Sacred Heart since the late 80s. Sacred Heart to me has been a blessing to me as far as coming and meeting people that I normally wouldn't have met without joining any of the ministries because I was always in my shell. The parishioners here have really opened up to me as I start to engage in different activities. I really start to feel at home and always asking, hey, what can we do? What can my mom and I do to help serve the church? I really enjoy coming here, and it has been a blessing. I have continued to move forward in my spiritual life because now when I attend Mass, I tend to listen to the readings more. So the homilies now really make sense to me, and I always try to take that message with me to move forward in my daily life. Sacred Heart is my home. I have been approached by several others to maybe visit other churches, which I will visit, but I always come back to Sacred Heart.
I am in the most favorite place in the world for me. This is my home, literally my home. We moved to Atlanta in 1944, and that's when I first came to Sacred Heart. I'm Alice Heffernan Sneed. My children went to school here. I've buried 2 children and a grandchild and my mother, and they're all up there. They're all up in the upper gallery. And so I can say, they know when I'm here, and I can talk to them. And it's the one place in my whole life where I know that if I want to talk to God, this is where I come. This is where I know somebody is listening. I'm in 3 ministries. The Eucharistic ministry, I'm a sacristan and a reader, and by far reading is my favorite. I love seeing our parishioners, and I love talking to the people who come on vacation or work, and they come and they think it's a beautiful church, and yes, but you're going to take something else with you when you leave. And I'm not ever going to leave.